Ta-da! I think I'm live. Ooh. Hello, everybody. I'll just wait to get confirmation in my ear that I'm live. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself, and I'm sick of doing that these past few weeks. I'm live, yes? Okey-dokey. Yay, I have confirmation in the earlug. Hello, everybody. How are you? I have only got the StreamYard chat up, and as everybody knows about lives, and those of you that kind of watch quite a few lives, StreamYard lags a bit from YouTube live. So Leona has the live, the YouTube live up, and she'll be taking the questions and comments from that. By the way, Leona is in my ear. Thank you very much for being my earworm, Leona. And it is Leona's birthday today, everybody. So we'll start the old night off by singing happy birthday to Leona, I think. So are we all together now? Oh, and it's Robert Dowman's birthday as well today. So we're going to say happy birthday to both of them, okay? So Leona and Robert, you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leona and Robert. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Happy birthday to both of you. Both 21 again today. So, yes, I'm live again, publicly, for the first time for a long, long time. I have been doing lives. It's not new to me recently. I have been doing lives, but I've been doing it to doing lives for my members. You could see who are all the members in the chat there. They're all the people that are dressed in green for Ireland. And what a wonderful bunch of bananas they are too. So thank you very much for your support, bananas. I have decided to go public again for a couple of reasons. Number one, I missed it. But also number two, it's all to do with figures and numbers and things like that on YouTube. I won't bore you, but you do have to get your minutes up to be able to continue to do, to have memberships and to be able to monetize and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I have to do the occasional live. If tonight goes well, I will continue to do so. Before I ask Leona who's here, I think she's made a list. Just a couple of things. If for some reason Leona or I miss a question or miss a comment or something like that that is directed to me, please keep repeating it. Put it in capitals, question or Steve or Temple Boy or whatever. Make it bold in capitals and say it and keep saying it until Leona sees it and says it in my ear. Because when the chat's moving fast or when there's a lot of conversation going on other than what's happening on the lathe, questions do get lost. And I've had people in the past get upset with the fact that I've missed their questions, and then it causes all manner of trouble, and there's no need for it. Okay, if you want to ask questions, go ahead and ask questions, but make sure you make it big and bold so that Leona can see it, because it's very difficult for Leona to see all the messages when it's going so fast. And I'm partially deaf anyway in one ear at the moment, so she's got to shout at me. Okay, so if I do miss anybody, actually your name, and I don't say hello to you, or I miss a question, it's not intentional. It's never intentional. It is purely by mistake, because you know it's live and things get missed. Okay. And the only other thing is, enjoy yourselves, talk about whatever you want in the chat, have fun, but be kind to each other. Okay, be kind to each other, and we'll all get on very nicely. Leona has the magic button that if you're not very nice, you're gone. And there won't be any warning. If there's not nice, you're gone. That's it. Boom. You're out of here. So, and you'll be banned for life. You won't be welcome again. Okay, so that's it. There's no nonsense Steve on his lives now from now on. So that's it, folks. Other than that, let's enjoy what we're going to do. This I'll say hello to everybody now, Leona, if you just quickly fly through them. If I forget anybody, it's not intentional. It's just you've been missed in the list going mad. Go. Hello to all the bananas. We'll mention you first. Eva, Tommy, Carol, Sarah, Richard, Robert Dub, David, Steve R, Ruben, and Stacy, and Leona. That's all the bananas, I believe. We got all the bananas. That's all of you. Thanks so much for your support, guys. You are awesome. And let's go with the rest. Lacey and Robert Hodgepodge, you are very welcome for the first time in, I believe. Joseph, Doug, Stace, and Nick. Yappy, Mike, and Brian. John, Debbie, Robert, and Karen. Robert L. Rob CP. Douglas, Mark, Christine, and Michael. Yay! I think we got everybody. Well done, Leona. If we did miss you, say you forgot me in capitals and we'll give you a shout out. Yes, it would be brilliant if you could be so kind to join the button, hit the join button, because you can become a banana member and you will have private lives with us, the bananas. There's a private chat that we have. We don't hide anything. We have a private members messenger chat. And Lenny Rossa. Hi, Lenny, and thank you for joining. Thank you. Hi, Lenny. Thanks so much. Happy New Year, everybody, by the way, as well. Yeah, so if you want to join, we have a private Facebook group and private Facebook chat where we chat and we just talk. I think the general chat this evening was about, let me think. It was about smelly balls, kebabs, and the menopause, I believe. Menopause this evening. So that was what the chat was in the banana group this evening, just letting you have a sneak peek of what it was. So let's get the cameras over here. So this evening I'm going to attempt to make some, let's go with this one, and we'll go with this one, and I'll move the camera first so I'm not making you dizzy. This evening I'm going to attempt at making some little birdies, because I've had an idea, well, it's kind of a partial idea in my head, because that's where you have ideas most of the time, is in your head. And oh, does that need zooming out? Hi, Nick. Sorry, Nick, if we missed you. We said hello to Stace, but not Nick. Very sorry. And hello, Darren. And hello to everybody else. Sorry, Nick, didn't mean that. Okay, so I'm in the van and it's bloody cold. I'll put this chair away so I don't trip over it. Lay it down there. And I've got my cup of tea, we'll drink my cup of tea, and we're going to make some little birdies. And my whole idea of little birdies, lift this up so you can see me. My whole idea for little birdies is that I want to maybe sit them, I want to turn a big acorn, maybe sit it at an angle, and then place some little birds on top of it or something like that, just as like a little display, similar to the, I don't know how many saw it, well, a lot of you saw it because it was very popular on Facebook and Instagram, similar to the little mouse thing that I just recently did, which was the block of cheese, or some people called it a cake, a block of cheese, and then it had the little mice going in through it and round it, and it's kind of a similar sort of display to that. A lot of people like that. My family liked it and they said, Dad, you should do more stuff like that. And it was thanks to Leona gave me the idea for the mice keys, to go ahead and do that. Did that in a private live there a couple of days ago. So I'm going to drink my tea before it goes cold. Excuse the gulps, and let's get going. Right, so I'll put you down here. Hi, Sandy. Very welcome. Now I have some spalted beech here. It's a little bit punky in places, but I'm not really worried about that. If there's a little bit of punkiness on the birdies, I'm not worried about it, because it will just give it a bit of texture, and I can either work it maybe with the pyro by putting a little bit of detail into it, or I can scorch it, or, you know, there's lots of ways of getting over punkiness if we don't sand it out. So I just want to take this chuck off because I'm going to throw it between centers to start with and put a tenant on because it's better off working from a chuck, because I'm not sure, I think we're going to be maybe trying a bit of skew work, and we'll do it that way. Right, where's my live drive? There it is. That in there. If you have any questions, like I say, feel free to fire them at the owner, but make it very obvious that you're asking a question. Okay. Don't know why I've got no drives and things in my lathe. Very strange. Oh, I do. I know. I was cleaning. Now, if it's a thing that you enjoy, folks, I'll do a few more. I might start doing it regularly again. We'll see. How it goes. All right, I'm just going to go between centers. I'm going to make this round. Did everybody have... Thank you so much, Brian, for joining the banana group. Very good of you. Welcome to the banana bunch. They're all a bunch of nutters, as you would think bananas would be. They're totally bananas. Thanks so much. Okay. All right. So let's make this round. Just going to use the roughing gouge to start with. Spindle roughing gouge. Now my lathe has developed a bit of a squeak, and I think it's the live center. Has anybody made any birds? I think it's Ruben makes little birdies, doesn't he? Yeah, little penguiny. Did that just move? It did. Ah, we have Punky Punk on the end, that's what it is. I thought it moved for a second there. It's okay, I just need to tighten up a bit more. 50 watching, thank you very much. Thanks so much for joining, folks. Very good to see you. Right, we'll have to go with the new centre. Okay, Lenny, thanks so much for joining. Great job. Well done. Good making stuff and selling. I don't sell much of my stuff. I don't have much. Many places to sell them. Well, especially now. We have just gone into our third and hopefully final lockdown. And they've just announced it as well. Well, not officially, but it's going to be official tomorrow. Just announced that I will not be going to work for another month. Schools will be shut. Now, saying that, I will be working. I should probably be doing online stuff. But it's still the routine screwed up again. The sound, I think we found it might just be because my mic has moved. 1 second. Let's see, does that improve it? The sound does go a bit quieter when the lathe's running because I have noise cancellation on the mic, so it will dull down my voice when I'm talking while the lathe's running. So that's something I can't really fix. But if it's too annoying, then I'll take a look at the settings and see if there's anything I can do for you. Bye-bye, Douglas. Thank you very much for joining. Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining. Good to see you in the chat again. Now you can see when I'm using this, I use the roughing gouge. I use one of the wings. It's a habit I got into when I was using the roughing gouge. Some people use the base of the gouge and they run it straight. I've got used to kind of turning my gouge and using one of the wings. And then I swing my body across and just lean across. Great job. There we go. That feels like it's round. It is. A little bit of punkiness on it, but it's not too bad. It's a lovely sported piece of beech. I've got a little flat spot there, but that is going to be going eventually, obviously, because we're going to be shaping the birdies. Right. Just going to get a size on this and see will it just go straight into the chuck, or have I got room for a dovetail? I have got room for a dovetail, but I think it's going to be safer just putting it straight in, to be honest with you. So I'm going to use my parting tool. I'm going to clean up the end. That's going to be going into the chuck. I want to bring it down to a small nubbly nub that will go inside the chuck. That's enough. And I've got a nice shoulder then to put against the chuck. And I'll just clean up this end oh, no I won't, because it'll fall off. It's all right. I'll put it straight in the chuck then. The lathe decided itself what it's going to do. It's all right. I like a decisive lathe. Right, knock him out of there. Put him on there. Did we get any answers to whether anybody's made any birdies? Just Ruben. These are fun. They should be quite a quick little thing to make too. Now I'm putting my own spin on them. I've seen a good few of them on the internet, on the interwebs and stuff. There's loads of different types. Let me change that camera angle for you folks so you can look straight back on it. There are all sorts of different designs and shapes and stuff like that. You can do them any way you want. Any way you want at all. There is no rules, I don't think. Right, I'm going to move to my smaller tool rest because we're going to be working on the end of this spindle. And I think we'll start straight away with my large big skew. I'm just going to do a quick touch on that, just put a fresh edge on it. Good morning, Robbo. That's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for popping in. Happy New Year. Who was that? Rubber Dub. The owner has the button, you know. I'm not sure if there'll be any. I'm just going to keep the tailstock up there while I do some of the main shaping. I'm not sure if there's going to be any legs yet. I kind of like the look of them without legs, just the way they sit, and you can orientate them any way you want. Oh, that's an aggressive cut. Who said that? Robbo. Real turning. I wouldn't say that. Not compared to your kind of turning, Robbo, but thanks so much, Hodge. Now, I want to really shape this down, so I'm going to do some. I'll change the camera angle for you back and maybe just zoom in for you. You can watch me mess this up properly. I want to just do like a pairing cut and just get it roughed down. Now, there's a good few ways you can do that. You can take some chunks like this, and I'm just reducing the side where the tail's going to be. Just getting rid of some of the rough, like so. That's a very aggressive cut. See you, Robbo. Have a good day at work. In roasting hot, sunny Australia. Not jealous at all. I'm just trying to think. I want to make this a bit smaller too. I'm not going to go with that width. I'm going to bring the width down a bit this way. A woodpecker plug. Oh, door knocker. Oh, cool. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, hey! That's me listening to the owner. Stupid me. No, I'm the one with the skew in the hand. So I'm just going to take this right down like this. And again, I'm going to use like a pairing cut, take away the majority. There's all sorts of angles you can use this skew at. Downhill is the general rule when using skew. And I am not by any means professional skew user. Do you know what? I'm going to use the smaller one, I think, because that's a bit big for where I want to go. Just touch this one up as well, because a beaver. Oh yeah. You know what, Hodge? Leave that with me. I might know a lady that can knit one of those. So, who that? Hi Effie. Thanks for joining. Hi, and Steve C. Hi Steve see. Sorry, I'm just touching up my skew here. Now, this is a bit of a smaller skew. It's a 1-inch skew, or 3/4, I think. But the edge, I damaged the edge by dropping it, and I still haven't got it to quite where I like it, because I have to regrind it. Yes, Rob CP. When it comes to ideas, Rob, one thing I've learned over the past year at least, maybe less than that, is rely on your friends and listen to your friends. Because I used to be a bit pig-headed when it came to stuff like that. I used to think if it's somebody else's suggestion, then it's not my idea and I don't want to make it, which is a stupid way to be, but it was just the way I was built and designed. Excuse me. Search the internet, see has your idea been done before. And see if you, no, that skew's just not doing it for me, I'm sorry. That one is. Yeah, search the internet, see if it's been done before, and then put your own twist on it. That's what I did with the mice. It wasn't my idea at all. I'd seen it on the internet, and then the owner just reminded me that I'd seen it on the internet and said, why don't you do that? That'd be a good little live. And I did, and then it kind of evolved as I was making it. As I made it, I decided what I wanted to do. This, hi Doug Miller, this is the Colwyn Way skew chisel. I don't know why I never picked this one up in the first place, because it's awesome. Now I want to get a long tail on this if I can, so I'm just working my way back. So I'm still cutting downhill, but I'm slowly working back along the spindle until I get the length of tail I want. What I've seen a lot of people do is they'll try and come back this way towards the headstock, and that's when you get the catch with the skew, because you're not going downhill, you're trying to fight against all the material. And skews don't like that. Skews bite back. And when skews bite, they bite hard. Yes, yeah, I'm sorry. There's something sticking out where, sorry? Oh no, this is the turning handle of the tailstock. It's let me move the lathe, maybe just slide the lathe over. Can you see that now? That's the handle of the I haven't got the knockout bar in there, if that's what you think. There you go. Yeah, I always check before I turn the lathe on. I always check down here that I have the knockout bar out. I always kind of put my hand down before I turn the lathe. It's kind of become a habit now that I put my hand down, because I have done it, but no, there is nothing sticking in the tailstock. No. Sorry, was that a question? Hi, Seth. Thanks for joining. Now I'm going to make my tail even longer. I think I'm going to come down here. And like I say, all these birds, the design will be slightly different, so they don't all look the same. I think I still want to make this smaller for the body, so I'm going to reduce this down to where I want it, so I can see in proportion. Yeah, the way I got my idea for this, Rob, just to continue with your question, is I saw a little bird. I'm not sure where I saw it. I think I saw it online, that someone had turned. I think it was Mike Peace. There's a wood turner on YouTube called Mike Peace, and I think he turned some birds, and I just happened to, I think it was in my suggestions. It was an old video. It wasn't anything recent, but I thought, oh, them little birds would be nice. But I didn't want to just turn birds, because, you know, I mean, as nice as they are, you can stick them up, I suppose, any way you want. If you've got a greenhouse or something like that, it'd be nice. But I wanted to make like an art piece or a centerpiece. So I surfed the net and I saw different ideas of birds and stuff like that. And then I saw a picture on the internet of an acorn. Picture of an acorn, a wood-turned acorn, with a squirrel sitting on top of it. Now the squirrel wasn't wood-turned, it was just, oops, that's what you call a catch. The squirrel wasn't wood-turned, the squirrel was, I think it was like just a 2D flat cut-out scrolled squirrel, I think. Get some shape in this, so I'm talking too much, I'm not concentrating. And I saw that. Now it's going to be screeching a little bit now because I've got no tailstock support. But yeah, it was it looked kind of cool, the squirrel sitting on top of the acorn, and I just thought, do you know what would be nice? Maybe if I turned a couple of birds and then turned a big acorn, make the acorn the main feature of the piece, and then put the little birds on top of the acorn. Now, the reason why I got that catch, I believe, is because it's getting blunt and I'm pushing too hard on it. Now, the Colwyn Way skew has a different angle cut on it to the way I have my coverage set up. So I've got to actually make a jig for it, unless you can get one. Maybe you can get a jig for it, I'm not sure. So I'm sharpening it by hand. So that's how my... Oh, sorry about that, Steve. Hopefully you can get it sorted. But thanks for joining anyway, bud. Is it buffering for anybody else? Can I fix it? It's not anything on my end, I hope. It has been, no. try and get a nice swoop on this. Pick up the cut and then just follow it all the way down. We're doing it's like a cove into a cone. It's a bit tricky with a skew, but we'll get there. Down to a nice wee point. And like I said, we are a bit punky, the wood. I still think I need to make the tail longer. So just not liking the shape at the moment. So I'm just scooping out this, get the tail longer. I think I'm going to take a little bit out of here too. Be a lot easier if I take this out and kind of cove it all out. I think that would be better. That's easier to control now. Take this out. That's better. That's the sort of length I'm looking for. Hello, James. Thanks for joining. There you go. I'm happier with that now, and I like the kind of transition. There's a nice little scoop in that. Clean that bit there. That's that. I like that, and I like the width of the body here now. So I'm going to come along here a bit more. Just to get the width down. Hi, Chris. Okay. So now I've got the width I want. I'm just going to blend it into the tail. Who did? Tina Johnson. Tina Johnson. I must look that name up. If you find a link down there, maybe pop it in there. Only if you've got time, because I know you're under pressure. Now that was a nice final cut there. Just there we go. I like that. Sometimes with the skew, to try and get a nice clean cove, it can be a bit challenging to someone that's not used to skew. I'm a little bit used to it, but by no means a pro at it. I'm wondering, I'm just going to look at this, see when I got that catch, did it dig a big chunk out? No. Pro edge is still running, I didn't even know. Right. No, it's actually okay. Nice wee cut on that. All right, so now we're going to start shaping the front of the body. To who, sorry? Hi Malt Valley Maker, you're very welcome. Okay, so now I'm going to start coming round the front here on this body, and I'm just going to use the point of my skew. I'll turn this round again. I'm not sure how much of it. Steve, okay, another Steve, very good. And I'm just going to use the point of my skew and start cutting a curve around the front. And just taking in the front shape of the body. And again, cutting downhill and working backwards. I wonder, can I bring... Yeah, turn this off. And see if I can bring this other camera over so that you can see the cuts. See, does that work for you? I can try and get the... Now it's going to be a bit jiggly wiggly for a second there, folks, so just bear with me, but I just want to see, can I get you to see the cuts? There we go. Just a generic bird, no particular bird. It's a wooden bird. So I'm just going to clean this up. So now, like I said, I'm using this front leading edge, and what I do is I just cut down in a cut like so. And if I want to make that longer, I'll take some cuts out of here like so. Again, cutting downhill in a pushing motion, and it gives me a bit more to continue shaping the front of the bird. Now there's a little step here that I want to get rid of, so I'm going to turn my skew around again, and I'm just using the bottom third and just take that roll out of it like so. I just took that curve out. Now I want to clear some of this away because it's like a little neck piece that I want to put on my bird. So I'm going to clear some of this away. I want to get the body and the head out of this piece of wood. So again, I'm going to do some V cuts at an angle and take this down. Now, this is how I do it. You know, other people use the skew completely differently to the way I do. Okay, Robert, thank you very much for joining. So now this is the neck piece that I'm on about, that I want to do. I'm round off the front of here. And this is just like a V cut that I'm going to put into this for the transition. So I'm going to bring this the edge of my tool right in there and do an exaggerated cut. So it's cutting a V cut into the back of that piece I've just done. And that gives a nice crisp cut. Turn my skew the other way and cut straight down into that. And that gives a nice... Hi Zed! And that gives a nice transition there now. Okay, and now it's just a matter of rounding off and cleaning off and sanding. Now there's still a little bit of a bump there that I'm going to clean. Sorry, were you going to say something there? Yeah, we'll say dove. A spotted beach dove. So there we go. The lesser spotted beach bird, Diana says. So that'll do. So now we're going to actually do it this way. And as I'm cleaning this away, I'm going in with the leading edge, and as I'm pushing in, I'm twisting and pushing down and twisting at an angle. So it's peeling away, it's doing a peeling cut but at an angle, like so. And I'll do that until I get down to where my neck is. I don't want to take too much more out at the moment because I want to do some sanding. And then I'm using my point just to round off that neck part, nearly bringing my tool to a straight up. I'm happy with that shape. I'm going to do some sanding on that now. Now get rid of this camera away from it. Hi Steve P. Now do some sanding on this and put a bit of a finish on it. For this evening, just because it's all I have at the moment, I've got a roll of sandpaper missing somewhere. Ah, there it is, under my tissue. So just for this evening, because it's all I have in here at the moment, because actually my kids were using some sandpaper earlier to do some filling and stuff. They're painting their own bedrooms. I'm going to go 100, 120, and then from 120 I'm going to go to 240 probably, and see how we go with that, and then some abrasive paste. Now we'll do one bird and we'll see how much time we've got, how long we've been, and then we may start on the acorn. I don't know. We'll see. Yes, Leona. Yes, that was Rubber Dub I sat, was it? Yeah, on the Colwyn Way, there's a couple of different features on this. So on this skew, it's tapered from the handle all the way out to the cutting edge. There's a taper. It's an angled cutting edge. It's not 45. I'd say that it's probably around, I'd say it's more of a 35-degree angle maybe. And then both leading edges are rolled as well. So whatever angle you're using this skew on, it rolls and twists, and it's really nice to move. And I do find it a lovely tool. But not only that, because you've got so little material at the base here, it's really light as well. It's a really light skew, and it's really well balanced. I think its balancing point is just at the base of the handle there, look. So it's really, really well balanced. Lovely tool to use. So yeah, I do find that to be much nicer to use indeed. Not going to be much sanding needed on this, to be honest with you. The skew gave it quite a good finish. Any other questions? Many windy weather, my baby by my side. There's two movies that song reminds me of. First one that comes to mind is actually Blues Brothers. Brilliant movie from the 80s, I believe that was. And then the actual series, I think it was a series, or was it, which was Rawhide, which is really, really old. Country and Western, I think it was a series. I seem to remember watching it on TV when I was younger. I think that was the theme music. Now I'm not too worried about the very top of this when I part it off with it being sanded, because I'll show you why a bit later on. But we're going to be removing some material for the head to sit into. This is quite simple spindle turning. You know, you don't have to use a skew. You can pretty much, to be honest with you, what we might do is we might turn another one and we'll just use other tools. You could pretty much use a spindle gouge for most of it, I'd say. Spindle gouge, sorry, a roughing gouge. Spindle roughing gouge you probably do for most of the main shaping, and then the final cuts maybe just the spindle gouge. Use a bowl gouge to do it, not a problem. If you're really pushed, you can use a scraper. You can use your carbides. It is really quite a simple project. Who said that? Nick. Yeah, sorry, Nick. It's we'll leave that to you, bud. The king of sanding. That's actually a really pretty piece of wood. It's going to make a really pretty birdie, and the skew removed a lot of the punkiness. We've got a couple of little spots there, but as I said, I'm not too worried because it's supposed to be a nature theme, a birdie. It makes it a little bit more organic. If there's little bumps and dinks in it, it's not too bad at all. Right, we're going to go from the 100 to the 120 now. Yeah, you need hobbit feet, a stool where you can actually raise one hobbit foot up and rest it on the other leg, just so that said hobbit foot is in full view, so that viewers like the one in my ear could be literally puking. And then you need a mini hobbit with her own mini hobbit feet in the background in the same position. And then just to top it all off, if you're doing a real proper sanding session, you have mini hobbit, maxi hobbit, coming in with no shoes and socks on either, running around the place. Hi Max, Merry Christmas. David, which David? See you, David Banana. Thank you very much for joining. Do for that. Whatever floats your boat, Nick. Whatever floats your boat. We'll not judge you. Did we say hello to Donna? If not, hello Donna. Good to see you again. Long time no speaky. Thanks for joining. Sorry if we missed you. And Happy New Year. There we go. I think I'm happy with that. Like I say, I'm not going for showroom finish. I'm just going for smooth to the touch and pretty to the eye, which is fine for that. I'm going to get a little bit of sanding sealer. I am using the cellulose sanding sealer from Chestnut, mainly because it dries quite quickly. You just have to wait for the solvents to dissolve away on it. And on a cold evening like this, it will dry a lot quicker than the acrylic sanding sealer will. In fact, I've even had acrylic sanding sealer not dry on me at all in the cold weather. And I've also had it because it's been on the piece so long, not drying, I've had it starting to sweat and doing weird things in my workshop for some reason. But the cellulose ones just dry really quickly. I'm going to get right into the groove there. That's a really pretty piece of wood. There we go. And it smells good. Wakes you up. Woohoo! And I'm going to be using some abrasive paste. I'm using Yorkshire grit this evening. Now that's dried already. A little bit of that, get some speed on it. Donna, that's perfectly fine. Donna, does that mean that you're sitting with no furniture at the moment watching me? Thank you so much for joining. And listen, best of luck for the move, and I hope everything gets sorted out. This sucky lockdowns. I think we can all safely say that we're over it now at this stage. But listen, chin up, everybody, because there are vaccines out there. You're at your mum's. Okay. Well, hi, Donna's mum. You know, there's vaccines and there is a light, hopefully, at the end of the tunnel. So we've just got to hang in there a little bit longer. And if you are like Billy, poor Billy's been sick. He's had COVID. We're thinking of you. I hope Billy's on the mend now. And his wife. I forget his wife's name. Sorry. Norma. Okay. Well, hang in there, Billy. We're all thinking of you. We all love you. And we wish you a speedy and full recovery, because it sucks. It does. So, Mr. Rob CP, what's your next challenge? I think that's pretty much got all that grit off. Yeah. Now we'll go with a little bit of Wayne Bigfoot natural food safe wax that he makes. There we go. I think he said he's starting to make more of this. Last time he was in the live chatting to us. Hi Maggie, wowza. Hey Woody in the background. Thanks for watching. Okay, so there we go. A little bit of that. You don't need much of that wax, and then you use a fresh piece just to buff it off. There are no solvents in this, so you don't have to wait for it to flash off. Just go straight in and a little bit of heat, and it shines and buffs it up. It's not a super shiny finish. It's a nice kind of medium shine, which is what I like on pieces. I don't like super shiny. Hey, it doesn't matter how long it takes, Rob. 4 hours of talking and 2 hours of turning is pretty good. There we go, that's good. And then we'll just pop the tool rest back in there and just part them off. I'll use the skew to part it off as well, because that way I can get right in there. And it's V cuts again. And like I said, I'm not super worried about how the top of this looks, because I'm going to be removing material with a drill bit later. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Oh, nice shiny chainsaw. Oh, cool. Well, best of luck with that, Zed. With both. Now I'll just use my parting tool just to take that straight off. There we go. A little bit of a sandy sand on the top of that just to get rid of the nubbity nub. I bet you've missed all my phrases. Sandy sand, nubbity nub. Doodah. How's your father? Thingamajig. There we go. Like I say, I'm not finishing that. Oh, wrong camera. I'm not finishing the top end, but that's, there you go. That's a nice little birdie body and the little neck just there. You'll see how it all works in a second. Now we're going to go straight into doing the head, and again it's very similar, only we need to reduce down the size quite a lot. Good night, Christine and Michael. Thanks for joining. Woody, thanks for asking that question. But Steve's shed is actually a really bad subject at the moment. And without being rude, and without trying to avoid the conversation, I'd rather not talk about it, because it does really get to me. It's probably going to be the summertime before I'm back in a shed. It won't be that shed. There's a lot of stuff that's gone on since I was in that shed, that's caused a lot of damage, and I'm in fights at the moment with my landlord, let's just put it that way, to see if I can get it resolved. But no, I won't be in the shed for a while. So just peeling cuts here, and I want to get down to a small size which will suit the head. And I'm just using the first 3 or 4 mil of the pointed blade. To bring this down, it's the quickest way to bring this down, and it still does a nice cut. I think I still need to go a little bit smaller than that. Okay, so that's about the size I want. Give myself plenty of room to work. And again, we're going to go down to a point, Swap that out again. For you. Sorry about that, folks. Making me sick. Bring my tool rest closer, and then we're going to go down to point again here. Because we haven't got as much overhang from the chuck, we can put more pressure on this. That'll be it. Can an oval skew, yes, be used for peeling cuts? Yes. The way I would use an oval skew for peeling cuts is I would pinch, because obviously an oval skew is oval top and bottom, right? It's rounded and it kind of wobbles on the tool rest. So you can push the skew flat down on your tool rest as you would this one, but because it curves a little bit, I would just place my nail, I've got nails, or the edge of my finger, pinch the edge of my finger in underneath it just to stop it from pulling down, and you can still go in gently with your peeling cuts. I used to have an oval skew. I haven't got it out here though, otherwise I'd demonstrate it. Maybe next time I'll get the oval skew and I'll demonstrate. But anything you can do with a regular skew, you can do with an oval skew, I believe. Now, there may be other people that would correct me on that. It's just a matter of how you use a tool, you know, you adapt the way you use it to suit yourself, I think, personally. Like when I'm showing someone how to use a tool, I'll say, this is how I do it. Now go away and use that to adapt to your style of turning. I'd never say, this is how you're supposed to do it. You know, obviously apart from the safety side of it. But I will never say, you've got to do it this way. Okay, so there's a little beak. I'm just going to do a little return cut in here, like this. Some will call it a stop cut, because I'll be using it to stop my skew at that point, like so. Hi Chris, you're very welcome. You're not late, not at all. You come in whenever you wish. Okay, so I'm happy with that kind of beak. I've put a little step in that one. I didn't, you know, you can, you don't have to. The ones I see online, they just kind of blend in straight into a beak. I've just done that for this one. Okay, so now we'll take a little bit more off this. And with the head, it's going to go round. So I'm going to bring my tool rest back round. Again, with the leading point, we're going to find a point where we're going to start curving the back of the head and work back to it. Always cutting downhill until we've got a nice round head. So okay, and then I'm going to cut in here, get rid of some of this. Again, doing the twist peeling cut. So I push in and then lean over. And again, just cut in here. And I'm trying to make the round head. Chris, I'm making a birdie. I've already made the body here, a little body, sported beach. No, we've already made the body. I'm making the head now. Yona got it wrong. It's all right. Whee! Now that was a little bit of a catch because I overturned the skew because Zombie said that I'm good with the skew and he cursed me. Now I'm happy with that beak. That's better. It was too prominent there now. Now I'm going to see what damage I did with that to see is it worth carrying on or have we got to start again. Now you see there's a little scoot back and in, but it's fixable. I have enough meat on there to fix that. The reason why I got that cut is because I turned the skew upright way too soon and I dug the trailing edge into the wood and it drew it back up the workpiece. There we go. Nice shiny cut on that. All the way around. Now we'll take a look at that, see do I get rid of the damage before we carry on. Still a little bit of the damage here I need to clean off. Oh, it's a tiny little bit now. I think I'll probably get the rest with like a bit of a scrape rather than. There we go. Let's just blend it in that curve as well. I'll just take a little bit more down the back here and then we'll sand that. Now, unlike the body, I do want to try and get down as far as I can with the head and sand it. There we go. Now we'll get sandpaper on that. Any questions, folks? And like I say, you can make these heads any shape you want. There's no rules. All different shapes and sizes. It will still look birdy as long as your head is smaller than the body. The proportions will be right. New Year's resolutions. Yeah. I always wanted to master calligraphy. I have a calligraphy set and I have tried it. I was able to do a few of the A few of the fonts, but I tell you, my main problem with calligraphy is my muscle memory. Remembering the strokes is really difficult. But I do dabble in it every now and then, play with it, and I have a friend in the UK that is absolutely amazing at calligraphy. It's actually part of her job. She's a sign writer, but she does illustrations and calligraphy. She's done some movie scripts for, when they need scrolls and things like that for movies. She's written scrolls and stuff. She's just unbelievable. She just does it straight off. She knows so many different fonts off by heart. It's ridiculous. Hi, Di. Thanks for joining, bud. Yeah, some wood carving tutorials will be awesome, Ruben. And best of luck with the 750. Now, sanded. We'll put a little bit of sanding sealer on that. I've got a couple of New Year's resolutions. One is I'm not going to worry about YouTube that much anymore, as in I'm not worried about numbers and views and stuff like that. I want to just keep it alive. That's all I want to do. I want to be able to keep the whole. I really enjoyed the last couple of months of the member side of it. I've really enjoyed that because it's nice, personal, private member lives. It's good fun. People kind of can be themselves. You don't have to be politically correct in it so much as you can use a bit of language, and you can just chill and relax a lot more in the private sessions. You're just a lot more relaxed, and it's like you're in your living room with your mates. I'm not taking that away from these lives. Obviously you're all very nice people, and it's great that you're here, but with a public live, you have the chance of people coming in that you don't want coming in and being rowdy and and all that, or picking up on something you've said wrong and running with it and making you look bad. So they both have their advantages. But what I mean by not worry about my YouTube too much is I'm not going to watch the subscriber count. I gave up on that. I'm losing subscribers, and I don't mind that at all, because most of my subscribers don't watch. I mean, I've got 20-odd thousand subscribers, but it means nothing, because most I get is, if I did a video, is 400 or 500 views if I'm lucky, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth the hassle, the work that you put into, and I put a lot of work into my videos. I really do. A lot of hours into editing and trying to get it look as nice and entertaining as possible. Try and show the angles of cuts and the piece being the whole process, not just. I very rarely speed up parts in my videos and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of work. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just do it if and when I can, and work away with it. Night Zed, thanks very much for popping in and watching. And my other New Year's resolution is just social media. I'm gonna look at more in groups and that I'm in, and comment more and show my appreciation more on their groups, because I tend to go in, see something, really like it, but then I won't say, oh, that's really nice, and comment. I won't comment on that, and I just know a lot of people like a comment. I like to see the appreciation of all the work they've done. I know I have, and the last one I did, I got a lot of appreciation for it, and it feels good. It makes you feel good, because the work that you put into it for for 50 or 60 people to say that's awesome, that's nice, that's cool. You know, it makes you, I think we all need a boost and a feel good moment every now and then. It boosts your confidence, it boosts your ego, it produces the endorphins in your body that makes you feel good, and there is nothing wrong with that these days, I can tell you. So we're going to part this off now. And what I'm going to do is, with my thin parting tool, as I part it off, I'm going to curve it round so that I'm continuing the curve of the back of the head. Indeed, that parting tool could do with a sharpen too. You know what? I'll use this, my 1/4 inch skew. That'll be the jobby for this. That's the jobby. All right. There we go. Pop. A little bit of a sandy sand on the back, just on the little nubbity nub. Not too much, because the skew cut it nicely. That's nice. Now, with the final sandpaper, blend the back of that in. That's nice. And then get a little bit of the abrasive paste, and what I do is just rub that in on my finger. Get a piece of towel. Just kind of hand buff that to match the rest. And there you go. It's got rid of the nubby nub off the back. And it's a little, ooh, up. Just a little focus. The little face and little head. I'll put 2 little dots, pyro eyes on that. Now, let me zoom that camera back out. Put it back a bit. And I'll show you what I'm going to do now with the body. Now this, I'm just going to warn you folks, this is how I do it. I'm not saying that this is the safest way to do it, because it's probably not. But I don't have a drill press in this van, and I don't have any way else of having things set up to drill in this van at the moment. These drill bits are high-speed drill bits, fit nicely into the chuck. Right, so what I want to do with the head, now the head will be going on here like this, okay? But what I want to do is I want to twist the head slightly. But with the head sitting on the back of the body like that at the moment, let me just move this because it's irritating. The head to sit on the body like that, it doesn't look really right in proportion with it kind of coming round and then just a round ball stuck on the top. So I want to just carve out the top of this, and I want to sink the head into it a little bit, because a bird's head tends to be kind of within the feathers of its neck. So that's what I'm going to do here. That's why I haven't worried about this too much. And the way I'm going to do that, now you could do it with a Dremel, and you could carve it out with a Dremel. Again, I don't have the Dremel here, I don't think. No, I don't have the Dremel here this evening. So I'm just going to use this drill bit, and I'm literally just going to hold it in my hand. I'm going to drill out just a cove in the top of this, and I can drill it at a slight angle so that when the head goes in, it can be cocked a little bit, and then I can twist the head a little bit, because no bird's head is just straight out like that. It just wouldn't look right straight out. So I want to just twist it, just so that the curve of the head drops into the top of the body. And this is how we're going to do it. Turn it right down, bring it up to a middling speed. just literally going to hold this, bring my tailstock up to put my elbow on for support, and I'm just going to use the tip of this drill bit to start cutting into this. Very gently, no pressure, let the drill bit do the work. Check that I'm in around the right place. I can correct it by just dragging it across if I need to. And then I'm going to start bringing my drill bit in. And I'm just using the cone of the drill bit to carve out the shape that I want. Front of the drill bit is obviously cone shaped. And the deeper you go, the bigger your cone is going to be. Just like that. Turn that off so I'm not leaning over it running. There you go. That's just cut out a cone on the very top. And my head, because it's round, will sit into that little cone nicely. Now I'm just looking at that. I think I want to just go a little bit more, a little bit deeper. Again, just resting my arm on the tailstock. Go a little bit deeper. I like that. I think that'll do. There you go. And the head just sits, drops into there nicely, and I can turn that head to make it look as if its head's just twisted slightly. Now I'll just get some sandpaper and just hand sand the inside of that smooth. Any questions on that? It's probably, you know, if safety police see it, they'll say, oh, if that slips, you're going to cut your hand really badly and yada, yada, yada. Yes? Quarantine sucks. So now I'm just sanding off the inside of this, getting it smooth, just taking, you know, any rough edges away. And I'm just blending in the shoulders just by hand, just gently, subtle bit of sanding, like so. Thanks, Mike and Chris. Okay, so that's sanded now. It doesn't have to be super smooth, and even having some of the little pits and things in it is good because the glue will hold on to that wood a lot more. Now I'm going to put a little bit of sanding sealer into it because I find that the CA that I use holds on to the sanding sealer a lot better than just bare wood. The cellulose sanding sealer anyway. Not only that, it colours the wood the same colour as the rest. Like so. Now I need to decide where my head is going to be gluing into this. It's kind of a nice Adrian, you're not slow, not at all. So I'm just going to work out whereabouts I'm going to be gluing my head in, and then I need to just rough sand just a small spot of where the glue is going to be and get rid of the wax off of that. And it gives something for the glue to bind onto. Because we put wax on it when we finished it. Not much, just something for the glue to hold. That'll do. And now it's just a matter of the CA. Now I've got the cheap was it 151 fast adhesive from think it was Mr. Price, just a budget shop, and it has the activator as well. So I'm just going to pop some CA in there, super glue to others. It's a medium thick, so it takes a while for it to cure. You've got a bit more time. And then I've got my activator spray. Just give that a little spray on the head. Decide the orientation of where I want it. That like that. And then turn and stick. There we go. Oh, I just threw the head across the floor. Bye bye, birdie. Now it's got shaving stock all over it. Oh no, it's not too bad. Now, try and hold on to it while Steve's on the floor. Give it an extra squirt for it to set. Sorry, what was you saying there? Hello, Ian. How are you? Which Ian is that? Ian in the shed. How are you, Ian? Are you in your shed? Right, now I've got a little bit of glue and shavings on there that I'm just going to sand off, just because it rolled out my hand and rolled in the shavings. Not much. It's an easy fix. Yeah, tell me about it. Now, saying that, when you're working away and concentrating and talking and all that, you tend to forget about the cold. The only thing that's suffering on my feet are cold. There we go. So let me just blend that in again where I've just sanded it just with colour. And then I shall show you, I'll get the pyro, put just a couple of little eyes, and then I'll show you the finished birdie. Feathers? Oh, right, maybe because of the wood chips that are feathers. Yeah. Right, I have my pyro machine over here. And I'm just going to pop a couple of small little eyes, just literally just 2 little dots in here. I think 1 just there, and 1 just poop. Okay. That's fine. Back over there out of the way. And there's a little birdie. Just like that. Show it on the other camera, maybe the light is a bit better. There we go. It's a cute little birdie. And when I do the acorn, it will just literally just probably, I'll carve just a slight area where the bird is and sit on it. Or I might just put a couple of little peg legs onto it, just skews or something like that. But they're a simple enough project and they're quite effective. And that wood is really pretty. I don't know if you can see if it's showing up on the camera, but the sporting in that is absolutely beautiful. It is a bit burly, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, a couple of legs maybe. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I will decide once I do the acorn, but as you can see what I meant by the head, you can put the head in any orientation. You can twist it up, you can have it straight down, you can have it going, you know. What you could do is you could turn the whole thing in one piece if you wanted the head just straight forward. I just think it makes it look more realistic when the head's slightly twisted. Oh, Robert Dub, will you drop the whole leg situation? Oh dear. Right, we've got half an hour left. It's just gone past the half past hour and a half mark. So what I might do is I might just start the body of one. We probably won't finish it, but we'll do it just with the roughing gouge, maybe, just to show you that you can do it with any of the tools. Is he still going on about the legs? Oh, he's a troublemaker, isn't he? An octobird, yeah. I'm not sure I want to use this piece of wood, to be honest with you. There's a crack down the middle of it, so I'm not going to push my luck with that. It's that dodgy shite that Leona sent me, yeah. Let's see, we've got a hard bit of wood there. I don't really want to use that for a bird, though. It's nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. What else? Yeah. Actually, I've got a round piece here that I could maybe use. I'll just do a quick bird, but with the roughing gouge rather than a skew. Just to see, can we do the whole thing in just the roughing gouge? Yeah. See you, Doug. Thanks a million. I will do the acorn on another live. Maybe that's what we'll do the next live, is we'll do the acorn. Or I might just do the acorn in my spare time. I'm going to have a lot of that over the next few weeks by the look of it. Or I could do the acorn in a banana live. Indeed. The world is my oyster, as they say. The world is my octobird. Did we invent a new animal? Octobird. Right, there we go. Now, the end of this is extremely punky. So, you know, stuff could happen. But hey, we'll see if we can do this with a roughing gouge quickly, as quick as possible anyway. Just for those that aren't happy with using a skew, because I know not everybody is. Alrighty, let's see how that's looking on the old spinny spin. Not bad. I'll give the old roughing gouge a quick touchy up. Oh, Eva, I'm glad that you're so happy with my wood. I think that is the correct angle for my gouges. Okie dokie, let's do it. Could lose a big lump off the end of this, I'd say. Change the camera angle. Zzz. piece of wood. Am I going to get it down to where I want it? Yeah, so I will. Now, if there's anything that people would like to see me attempt to turn, if you have any ideas that you would like me to try, or if there's anything that you would like me to demonstrate to the best of my ability, that is, like I say, I'm not a professional. Please say so, and I'll organise doing a live on said topic. Now, this is where it gets a little bit dodgy when you take the tailstock away using a roughing gouge, because it's a different kind of cut to a skew. See what I mean? Ah, the punky gave out on the chuck. Took a big chunk out the back there. Bagger. Bagger. Yeah, it's too punky here. The chuck gave out on the back. That's all right. We'll throw it in again. Give it a go. Trouble is, we won't be centered again. We might get it centered to where we want it. We'll give it a go. That's why I use a skew to do jobs like that. Now you can use your spindle gouge too, you know. Try and get this centered again. That look more. They're all teasing Eva about liking my wood. That's all right. I tell you what, as a man of 50, it's nice that someone likes my wood. Oh dear. Okay, well, we're kind of close to center there. We'll use the spindle gouge. And we'll give that an extra tighten on that punky crap. Right. Oh no. Take the spindle lock off before you turn that on, Steve. The good thing about this lathe is it beeps at you when you make a mistake. Can someone get either a hot flannel, a cold flannel even, and cool her down? Bless her. You've been in lockdown too long, Eva. You need to get out. And find your own wood. Like I was saying, the reason why that, well, there's two reasons why that jumped out. The back of the wood that's in the chuck is quite punky, so the chuck couldn't hold on as tight as it would like to. And the cut I was using with the roughing gouge was a scraping cut. and it just pulled it out the chop. And there's no shoulder on the tenon. Exactly. Well, there is no tenon. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, there isn't enough room on this piece of wood to put a shoulder on it. Otherwise, it would make the tenon too small for the chop. Now I'm just getting rid of any of the crappiness on the end of this bit of wood. As you can see, it's breaking away. Probably not the best piece of wood, this. I managed to get a point finally. Yay! Okay, so let's come back here now. I want a long tail on this again. Now I suppose you could do with design, you could flare the end of this rather than going to a point as well to make it look like a wide tail on the bird. There we go. Kind of the shape I want there. Now bring this down to the width I want. Don't want it that wide. And you want ickle birdies. That's about the size I want. Come back along this way. Couple of push cuts to get down to the right thickness, and then again you want to come back round. With this one I'm not going to give it like the neck detail that I did with the other one. It's going to be a plain one. Do that. Good night, Rubber Dub. Thank you very much. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining, Rubber Dub Banana. There we go. That's the rough shape. Now I can already see that the cut on that is totally different to the skew. I just feel that punky wood likes being cut with a skew because it's just a better cut. Shape that shoulder around there. I like that shape now. That's perfect for the body. See if I can get a bit of a clean. Hello. Sandpaper on that now. Turn it down, obviously. Get rid of the tool rest. Now again, with it being punky, it sounds a lot nicer, a lot quicker. Smells like coffee. Actually thinking about that, I haven't had a coffee for a while. That's okay. Chris, did you say? That's okay, Chris. Perfectly understandable. It's a late one for some people. Totally understand. Thank you for watching this far. It's very much appreciated, anyone popping in and watching for any length of time. If you could smash the thumb up on your way out, that'd be fantastic. And if everybody else could just smash that thumb up. That's if you've enjoyed it. If you've not enjoyed it, then you can smash the thumb down by all means. It makes no difference to me. Hey, Lenny Banana. With 2 Lenny Bananas, so we're going to have to come up with a new nickname for New Lenny. Leprechaun Banana. No, that's no. Nice. That's good news. Thanks, Doug. Just want to see if that sounded at all. Ah, yeah, it sounded up nicely. All right. Yeah, sweet crispy banana. That's what they call it. Crispy banana. There you go. You've now got your official banana nickname. Oh yeah, he's got he went. That's right. Crispy banana. A bit too fast, Steve. Okay. That'll do on that. And then go on this one. At least we get 1.5 birdies done this evening. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. It's nice. It's pretty. This wood wouldn't have been much use for anything any bigger than this, really. I don't think. Like, you couldn't do goblets and things on it because there is areas of it that are really punky. It's just crumbly. Like, literally just back from that, there's a big. You can literally push your nail into it. So I'm lucky. I've just hit kind of the hardest part of the wood here. So it's probably an ideal little project for this, because at least you get to show off the nice wood and it's in a nice little project. Now this bird is a little bit smaller than the other one, but that's okay because birds all different sizes will be perfect. Bit of abrasive paste. There we go. These would actually be nice hanging from the Christmas tree too. You could make little robin redbreasts, couldn't you? Like little miniature versions. Okay, Tommy, night night. Thank you very much for watching. Now I'll just add a little bit of this wax very quickly, just while it's spinning. There we go. And buff it off. Can you tell? There we go, lovely. There's lovely. Well, that reminds me, I've got to watch back Mike's live. I missed his tri-bowl live. Okay. Let me just part him off. Again, I used a little quarter skewer, I think, to do that. Are you tidying up, Miss Leona? Oh. I just thought I heard you moving stuff around. And there we go, that one's that parted off. Little sandy sand again, not too worried about the top of it because we'll do the same as we did with the other body. Night night, Mike and Steve, thanks very much for watching. I'm nearly done here now anyway. And there you go, that's your second little body. Where did I put my first birdie? Oh, there he is. It's a little bit smaller than the other one, but the same wood. And that will sit there. I'll put a smaller head on. It'll just look nice with two different size birds. I might just do another one tomorrow, and then those three birds. I might even only use two, depending on the size of the acorn I make, and sit them on it. And I just think it'd be nice. And I'll decide then whether it needs any leggety legs. I'll leave those over there. And that's pretty much it for my first live back, folks. Ping. Do you have any questions before I call it a night? Do you have any suggestions for what you would like to see? Or do you just want me? Bumblebees. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I could do like a big bumblebee on a hive. That's a nice idea, Leona. Well done. Another good idea. And Doug, sorry. Yes, Doug. Yes, thank you for that. Leona, will you write that down? Because I've got nothing to write it down with. Please, thank you. That's a good idea. Might do that. I think I saw someone turn a bumblebee, do a bumblebee, before. I can't remember who. I know Bobby Duke did like a fly or something, didn't he? He carved a fly. I can't remember. Yeah, dragonfly, was it? Yeah. He did a spider as well. I didn't watch that. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Oh, Zed has a premiere, folks. So if you all want to head over and see Zombie Turners, in half an hour. What we'll do is just before I finish up here, maybe Leona could drop a link in the chat and to his. Is it a premiere or a live? A premiere, yeah. And you can all head over and Banana Bomb Zed. You can see when you go into his chat, everyone shout Banana Bomb, and we can Banana Bomb his premiere. That'd be great if you could all head over and show some love to Zed. He also has membership if you want to join up. I am a member of Zed's. A fork and banana, like this one. A cat. I actually turned I didn't. A student turned a cat just before Christmas for his girlfriend. There you go. There's a forking banana that actually, saying that, the lad, that's weird how things come together, isn't it? The lad who turned the cat for his girlfriend on this lathe just before Christmas, he came up when the lockdown wasn't on. It wasn't just before Christmas, was it, Leona? It was way before Christmas. When did Evan come up? But anyway, it was a good few months ago, actually, and he wanted to make his girlfriend a Christmas present at the time, and he turned a cat, a long neck artistic cat, and it was actually his mum that knitted this for me, a forking banana. I'm going to stick a couple of googly eyes on it, I think. Hot glue some googly eyes on it. But that's my forking banana. Oh, awesome. Thanks. Yeah, you can get forking banana merchandise down in the link below. Just click on it. And I have forking banana. I make very little on it. It's just so people can have merchandise. I haven't got a huge profit margin on it, to be honest with you, because the Teespring take quite a chunk out of it. But yeah, they're down there if you'd like to go and get yourself some forking banana merch. But that's it, guys. Thank you very much. It's been brilliant. It's been friendly. It's been nice, just how it should be. And I shall be back again maybe next Tuesday. We'll see. And we'll see how it goes. Happy birthday again to Leona and Doug, was it? No, Robert. Once again, happy birthday to you guys. It's nearly over. And I shall see you all again on the flip side. Thank you so much to the new Banana members. It's really appreciated that you've joined. Keep an eye out. I always notify you when I'm going to be doing a members live. And not only that, you will now be added, if you want to, you'll be automatically added to the members chat, the Facebook chat, and to the Banana conference room. And if you don't want to be in that, then feel free just to leave. That's okay. Some people don't want to be in a chat. It can get a bit busy sometimes, but you can mute the notifications. It can get kind of a bit busy, and it can ping ping ping, especially when you're at work. It can be quite off-putting. So I switch it off in the pocket and then catch up on it later on then. But most of the time it's just bananas, having the banter and laughing and joking with each other. And it's a great little community that we've got going there. So it's a lot of fun. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. I shall see you all again on the flip side. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Stay friendly. Give people a ring if you think they're on their own. Give them a ring and see if they're all right, if you've got their phone numbers, or just get in touch with them on Facebook and just check in with them, especially if they're elderly, and check in and see if they're all right, because it's tough times at the moment. It's just, it's nice to be nice. Let's be nice. Let's 2021 be a year of being feckin' nice. Okay, that's it, guys. I'll see you again soon. Thank you, Leona, and thanks everybody else for being there. See you all again soon. What are we, folks? Can you remember? Those of you that haven't been here for a while, what are we? We are all forking bananas. Forking bananas. That's what we are. Forking bananas. Night, night, everybody. Thanks a million. Bye.